Hello everyone. I won't keep you waiting too long. First, I'll show you exactly how much of an FPS drop each setting causes, and based on that, I've put together an optimized graphics profile that lets us gain a lot of extra FPS with only a very slight drop in quality. This could be helpful for those with weaker hardware, but also for those with slightly more powerful systems. I've tested it at all the popular resolutions, and I use the optimized settings myself too. My processor isn't particularly powerful, just a Ryzen 5600, paired with an RTX 5070. Both are slightly overclocked and undervolted because it's literally free performance. It took me a few days to test everything and edit the video, so if you find this useful, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe and give it a like so that the algorithm can show this video to more people. My CPU is a bit of a bottleneck, so I've mainly run benchmarks at 4K resolution to get a better overview of the differences in the settings. Later on, of course, I'll also be showing benchmarks at 1080p and 1440p.
The ivy climbs the broken wall, where ancient shadows slowly fall. The iron gate begins to rust, returning kingdom to the dust. The banners fray in winter air, a quiet grace in deep despair. No trumpet calls to wake the light, just stars that watch the endless night. Oh, let the silence hold the weight of every king, of every state. The earth will keep what we have sown, the secrets written in the stone, the secrets written in the stone. 1,000 years, a breath of time. 1,000 years, a breath of time. The rhythmic pulse, the closing rhyme.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to test the physics settings properly, as the game generates the same map slightly differently every time you start a new game, but I think it's best to leave it on the high setting. That way, the mangonels, trebuchets, the archer's projectiles, and other things fly more realistically, which also makes a more immersive experience. Of course, this probably puts some heavy load on the CPU, so if you've got an older CPU, switch it to low. While testing, I came across something interesting. If you select a barracks or any production building, the FPS drops by about 10 immediately. This might be an unpleasant bug, and let's hope they'll fix it soon. We should definitely leave the gameplay resolution scale at 100%. This should be the last setting we touch, because lowering it to 80 to 90% makes the game disgustingly blurry. Set image quality to high as well. There's no difference in FPS or visuals between medium and high, but the low setting looks very bad, so I wouldn't recommend it. There isn't much difference in FPS with animation quality, but on low, the animations actually look as though the soldiers are slaughtering each other in a stuttering motion, so definitely set it to high. You can gain quite a lot of FPS with shadow quality. The visuals are noticeably worse on off and low, but there isn't much difference in terms of visuals between medium and high, so medium is the best choice. I tried testing ambient occlusion on the most demanding biome, and here too I recommend medium. Texture detail is a bit tricky. It depends on the GPU's VRAM. There's a slight difference in FPS, but this could well be within the margin of error. However, to be honest, I think the units look much sharper on medium. At the geometry detail settings, I didn't really notice any difference in either performance or visuals, so you can set it to either max or low. In my opinion, the anti-aliasing has been terribly implemented since the game's release, and personally, I'd rather see jagged edges than blurry stuff, so I definitely set it to off. It costs too much in terms of FPS anyway. We can leave physics on high for a better immersive experience, but if your CPU is weak and you're experiencing stuttering during battles, set it to low. Be sure to set VSync and the frame limiter in the GPU's software. I think they work better and are more up to date. Or, if you want an even more stable frame time, I recommend RTSS Front Edge Sync as the best FPS limiter. In the end, you can see the difference between the maximum and optimized settings at all the currently popular resolutions. As my CPU is a bit low-end, the biggest difference in performance is visible at 4K. But obviously, there are a great many variable factors in this game. A lot depends on how many players are in the match, what kind of biome there is, and how many buildings and units are moving and fighting at the same time, especially in multiplayer. I hope this has been helpful, and next time I'll be uploading a fun Knights Templar tactics video, so be sure to subscribe if you're interested. Have fun battles, and see you next time.
A pirate's life for me, with a bottle of rum and the open sea. We'll plunder and loot, and we'll never be free, for the call of the ocean is our destiny.